if you stop a counter-attack with a reckless challenge, then he could still give his yellow, but he didn't see it as a reckless challenge. And probably that's the second thing we can debate about.
Obviously, 24 games, first time you've lost in that time. Must be disappointing. How's it feel as captain, and how do you pick your team up now going into the next games?
Yeah, listen, it's never nice to lose a game. And obviously, no matter how we conceded the goal, who scored the goal, is a bit disappointed. But, you know, the games come thick and fast. We have to take this on the chin. And luckily for us, it's halfway. It's very cliche, of course, but it is. And I'm really looking forward to the game in Anfield in a couple of weeks.
Obviously, you've just mentioned it there, the big talking point, the big incident. I was looking at you. I've seen you be angry before. You was very angry today. Have you got to talk us through that? What your opinion was on that? It
was a solid tackle, in my opinion, and I think everyone else can agree with that. It was a yellow, worthy of a yellow. Obviously, we played on, and when the ball got with the goalie, I think Costas got some treatment, and obviously I was asking where's the yellow, and obviously there's a linesman, there's a fourth official, but no one wanted to take that big decision because obviously it's going to be a second yellow, and eventually obviously it's quite ironic that he scores the winner tonight. And obviously he scores with Tsimikas being off the pitch as well, which must feel like a double blow as well, right? Yeah, obviously the whole situation I think it's not great. It's not great, but yeah, we can talk about decisions all day long, and I think last year I've been in the bad books already in the beginning of the season. So you know, we just keep going. You know, I think the ref today with his team made a mistake in this particular moment. Everyone unfortunately can make mistakes, but it was quite an obvious one in my opinion. Yeah, and then I just want to say on the performance, it felt a little bit disjointed. It wasn't. I've been at 5-6 of your games this season. The tempo of the ball wasn't moving the same way. Again, I was watching you vividly telling people, "Come on, concentrate, get into the game." Did it feel a little bit off from the start? I think obviously the break didn't help the start. I won't blame it for because I think the first couple of balls we give away too easy. Obviously, they want to show a reaction, obviously, from the last game we played against each other. And we all knew that. I've mentioned it before. And we had to be much more solid in possession in the beginning, switch it from side to side, and don't give them really momentum to get into the game. And I think we did it better, obviously, towards the end of the first half, in my opinion. Second half was also at times better, but obviously not consistent and good enough. And we have to work on them. Just looking ahead for the rest of the season, obviously coming into this season, the outside noise was it's going to be a difficult season for you guys, a lot of change, etc., etc. How do you feel you will manage the second half of that season now with expectation that you're going to win not only league but everything else? Listen, I think if you play for Liverpool, I think the expectation is always there. And I'm really looking forward to everything that's coming our way, all the difficult moments that will come our way. Obviously, hopefully, a lot of good moments. And I think it's only a beautiful thing to be in the position where we are. So embrace it. And that's why I will mention to the boys as well. It's a very privileged position. We work so hard to be in this position. So let's keep working hard and let's see what it brings us. Absolutely. Appreciate you as always, big fella. Nice to see you, bro.
Yeah, look, it's been a difficult period for us, Troy. And yeah, look, again, we had to deal with some adversity today. I thought we started the game really well, and then obviously to lose, not just losing Rodrigo, but you know, in the manner that happens. I mean, you've been a player yourself. It's quite distressing when you see, particularly a teammate in that state. So we had to sort of compose ourselves after that, and I thought we did that. The boys just worked their socks off. You know, they gave everything. You know, we had a couple of 18-year-olds out there, goalkeeper on debut, left back who's normally a right back, and through that whole sort of scenario, they just kept their heads against a very good opponent, and I thought we deserved the win.
Do you feel coming through this period with these young players, once you start getting all your players back, it will give you a solid foundation to kick on and take games on? I really believe that. You know, I think we've seen so much growth in, you know, guys like Archie and like I said, and Jed Spence and Lucas Bergvall, but even, you know, Dom Solanke and Kulusevski really taking on leadership roles. I just think that's enormous benefit to us. But the reality of it is our poor form and results masks that. But
I've got no doubt that we'll get through this storm. We'll get the players back that we need, and we'll have a really, like I said, a really solid foundation for sort of becoming the team we want to be.
You talked about your goalkeeper. I've just seen him out here. I think this must be the first time he's ever been. He's just said, "Oh, I saw that about the cockerel at the top." He's been told he can go up there. Excellent performance. He felt to me, just from looking out, he gives you a different dimension. It felt calm. It calmed everybody else down, just how good he was with his feet.
Yeah, brilliant. Again, he's 21 years old. It's the first time out of his country. I got a sense when I spoke to him before we signed him that he, with goalkeepers in particular, you kind of, they are a different breed, but you know that well. So, but he had something about him that he was really assured and really clear-headed about what he wanted to do and what he wanted to achieve. So, I saw through him a mammoth task. You're playing the best team in the country, best team in the world at the moment in a massive semi-final. But I thought he just handled it really well. And you're right, I think that kind of filtered through to the rest of the group too. We were able to play out a little bit more comfortably than we have been in recent weeks, and I think that gave a bit of confidence to everyone.
Yeah, you felt like it in the stadium. I can't not ask you about the incident with the tackle. Do you feel how harshly done by you was with Newcastle? That you earned that one, I suppose. Yeah,
to a certain extent, but what I was trying to explain after the game, and I still don't think people understand what I'm saying, is that there's a lot of confusion at the moment about the game. And, we've been told in recent weeks, because I've been one of the ones that have been complaining, that a lot of teams have tried to sort of slow us down by committing fouls, but because it's an advantage, the referees are saying we're not booking players if an advantage is paid. So, again, that's what happened today. Now, I don't know if people understand that or know that. I didn't know that, but that's been happening consistently. So when it happened, I kind of knew, well, if he's played for advantage, he's not going to be yellow carded. So, but that's part of the issue. I think there needs to be sort of better understanding of the way the game is getting officiated, not by the referees. Again, my criticism last week wasn't about the referee or the decision. It's just the confusion of, with technology involved, of, what's clear out there anymore is very hard to understand from us as participants of the game.
And final question for me. You've come under a lot of criticism yourself for your style. I felt there was a little tweak at the start, just a little one. Your principles and your foundations were still the same, but 3 normal 8s in there as opposed to the 10. Obviously, with what happened, you had to change that back. Was that the first sign of a little tweak from you, or am I thinking too much?
No, you are, Troy. I mean, we had Matters and Pape was suspended. We only literally had 3 midfielders left. But, maybe there's something in that for me to, teach me a lesson. Just leave me with 3 8s and I'm forced to play that way.
Right, genuinely, thank you very much. Pleasure. Look after yourself. All the best.
Not ideal, but I think, but of course I don't know. I think maybe even the referee was like, is this really happening? Is he scoring now this goal? But he couldn't change it, and he didn't have to speak to the whole stadium why he made the decision, because it wasn't a VAR decision.
Have you spoken to him now in the tunnel?
No, the fourth official told me that why he thought it wasn't a second yellow, and of course he heard that probably from the referee. Then when we came inside, Robbo was asking the referee, what we can say about it is that he said he didn't stop the counter-attack. Now, every manager would prefer, of course, a second yellow compared to a counter-attack that goes on without one player, and that still has to go 80 yards, maybe. And then the second thing is, if you stop a counter-attack with a reckless challenge, then he could still give his yellow, but he didn't see it as a reckless challenge. And probably that's the second thing we can debate about. So, yeah. It is what it is. The positive thing for us is that we hate to lose. I hate to lose. But the good thing is, if you ever have to lose, it's better to lose when there's still a second leg to be played.
Radu, after all the recent results, the injuries, the suspensions, the criticism, just how welcome was that win tonight?
Very much, yeah. I think we worked this last couple of months. We worked really hard. We tried, we tried our best, despite all of the things that happened in our squad. And I think we deserve this win. We fought for it. We gave our all on the pitch, and the result came.
It's even more impressive when you think of the players still not available tonight to beat arguably the most informed team in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're trying to do every game. We're trying to play our football, to dominate, to create chances. And like I said, in the end today, the result came in our favour. And I'm very happy.
Probably more important than football, Rodrigo Bentancur a horrible thing to see. Any news on how he is or what word?
Yeah, from what I understood, Rodri is okay. He's conscious. He's talking, and he's now, I think, in the hospital. But I think the most important thing that he's okay, and he went well after that concussion he had.
Obviously, everybody wishes him well. Going back to the game itself, what was different about Tottenham tonight, do you think?
Look, honestly, I think we are going to play the same football as we play also today, also the last games. You know, sometimes it's the results won't come. The results are in the favor of the other squad. But like I said, today I think we really put accent on the defensive part. We really defend really well. We try to get them out of our box and try to play the game in the middle of the pitch. And I think today we did that very well.
How much did you help Kinski in goal, Tony, settle in as part of the new unit?
Yeah, Tony today was outstanding. Honestly, he made a couple of saves, but his overall play was great. Yeah, I think he had a really good debut.
You more than played your part. That one off the line from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Did you even see it coming? Was it that quick?
I mean, as a defender, my first thought is I don't have to concede. So this is what I did. I just stood there and hoped that he would kick me and not score. And it happened.
Liverpool obviously weren't happy. Was Lucas Bergvall lucky to still be on the pitch? Could have been a second yellow?
Could have, would have. You know, this is football. The decision was made on the pitch. The referee did the decision, and I don't have any comment on that.
How much belief does this give you, this result and the manner of the performance, not just for the second leg at Anfield, but also the games coming up?
Yeah, like I said, honestly, we were looking for this win after the last couple of games, but we don't have to get ahead of ourselves. So we have to go and be as you know, playing as we play today, fighting for every ball, for every point of the match, and just moving on with this momentum, keep the momentum up.
Congratulations, well done tonight.
Thank you so much.